They say if you hear her, it's already too late. The sound is not human, a wail that freezes the blood, somewhere between a scream and a song. It carries across moor and mist, through locked windows and sleeping towns. Some call her the harbinger of death. Others say she is death's lament. She is the Banshee, a voice for the dying, and the sound that reminds the living that every heartbeat is borrowed. The name Banshee comes from the Irish Banshee, woman of the fairy mound. In ancient Celtic tradition, mounds were sacred places, said to be the entrances to the other world, the realm of spirits and the Sida. From those mounds came the cries of the Banshee, mourning the soon-to-be dead. The earliest stories date back hundreds of years, where she was less a monster than a mourner. In noble Irish families, the belief was that each lineage had its own Banshee, a spirit who grieved for them when death approached. Her cry wasn't always a curse. Sometimes it was compassion, a warning, a final act of love from the unseen world. But over centuries, as folklore tangled with fear, she transformed from divine messenger to deathly omen. In legend, the Banshee can appear in many forms. Some describe her as a young maiden with flowing silver hair, her beauty pale and sorrowful. Others see her as an old crone wrapped in shadow, eyes red from centuries of weeping. Yet in most tales she is never seen, only heard. A single cry, echoing in the distance, impossible to mistake. To hear the Banshee's wail is to stand at the threshold between life and death. It means someone, somewhere, is about to cross over. But she isn't there to take them. She is there to grieve before they go. The Banshee is more than a ghost story. She is Ireland's grief given a voice. In a land marked by exile, famine and war, her cry came to symbolize both mourning and endurance. Every family who lost someone to sea, to hunger, to time itself, could imagine her keening at the edge of the night. Her wail is the echo of old traditions. The Irish wake, the keening women who sang the laments of the dead. In this way, the Banshee is not evil, but sacred. She reminds us that death deserves to be honoured, and that love, even in its sorrow, can be eternal. The Banshee has travelled far from the green hills of Ireland. Her legend followed the Irish diaspora to America, to Scotland, to Australia, where tales of her cry still surface on stormy nights. In modern fiction, she appears in many forms, sometimes terrifying, sometimes tragic, always powerful. Yet at her core, she remains what she always was, a guardian of thresholds, a voice caught between two worlds, where grief and love become the same sound. So if you ever hear a cry that chills the night air, listen closely. It may not be fear you're hearing, but remembrance, because in every legend, the Banshee isn't a warning, she's a promise that no soul ever leaves this world without being mourned. This has been Lore and Legend. Next time, we'll look not at sorrow, but creation itself, where lightning, science, and ambition gave birth to one of literature's most enduring monsters, Frankenstein.